Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone based on wherever you are. Another time you are watching us. Please, today we would like to make a short announcement which is about our YouTube channel. If you never subscribe to our YouTube channel, we are telling you that we are also on YouTube, so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel too, which is still by the same name, Bandahini TV. And we are also on TikTok too by the same name, Banahini TV. So if you never follow us on TikTok too, you can follow us. And still on this page too, we are pleading with everyone to follow our page and also continue sharing and then commenting. Today we want to share something small with you. It's about those who do travel by sea, by land, or maybe uh, by other ways to enter Europe or maybe to travel abroad, and the difference between those who also do take the flight, maybe who do take flight, that is to fly from their country to maybe different countries, maybe to say all these developing countries, Europe, America, and some other places too. The first one I would love to talk about is about those who passes through desert and also maybe by the sea, that is by land. The difference is mostly those who do pass through desert to come to Europe. Most of them, most of the time, when they arrive here or when we arrive here in Europe, to pass through desert in Europe. I would love to talk about that of Europe because Europe is where I live. So I know more about Europe than maybe those who may be living in America and other places too. So we would love to talk about Europe more than maybe other continents, which we may not know more about it. How it works in Europe here is it is very difficult. Maybe either you pass through the sea or maybe by land, maybe to enter here or maybe to enter into their territory without their notice. It is very, very, very difficult. I never even met anyone that who says maybe we passed through this way to enter Europe and we were not stopped by anyone, or we did not see any security, this thing who stopped it to us or who arrested them. No matter how is it, you might be arrested. But this type of arrest, you need to be very careful. I will just make it clear to our people today. When they say maybe they arrest you, most of the time it is a rescue. They rescue you. They do not arrest you. They don't arrest. In Europe, maybe entry into their territory, they don't arrest, they don't attack you. They just rescue you because they will love to know who you are. That is why their security system is very tight. It is very, very, very tight. So they will love to know where you are coming from and why you are coming to their territory, or you even enter into their territory without any permission. That is what it is. So they will rescue you and they will take you to somewhere which they call most of the time, which is like a refugee center, something like that. Because the moment they arrest you, most of the time, people who do pass through the desert or maybe the sea, most of the time, when we do arrive here, we do declare ourselves as refugees. Someone will say, why will you say you're a refugee while you are not? Or maybe everyone can be a refugee. Refugee does not mean maybe there should be a war in your country before you can be a refugee. No, it doesn't work. That is not what is it. So whatsoever you say from wherever you are coming, they have to listen to you and rescue you to find you a place to stay. They cannot give you a single house to stay. Who will be there for? So they have a place which are like refugee centers, which they will take you there. So when you get there, they will be taking care of you. Everything you're eating, what you will be eating, what you will be drinking, whatsoever, they will be giving it to you. Until one day you will be called to be asked the reason why you left your country. That is, you go to a commission, you meet a commissioner, the commissioner will question you. You tell them your reason. If your reasons are valid, they will give you a permit to stay. That is a resident permit to stay in their country. If your how do you go? Your request or what you tell them it's not something which could lead you to leave your country, they will reject your request. That is how it works. So after rejecting your case, it doesn't finish there. You still have the right to appeal. So you just make an appeal and you still be in this country. So there is a vast difference between those who do travel by sea, by desert, or maybe by land to stay, and even those who do and those who do fly from their country to maybe to Europe. Those who do travel, this is how it works. If you travel by flight to this Europe, maybe coming to work, you have maybe the visa you use maybe to enter here does not guarantee you to work, but you want to stay here to work, which is illegal. You know the consequences. You cannot go to a perfect how do you call it, at a commission or maybe at a police station to report yourself, because through the police here in Italy they call it prefettura. That is the prefect. That is where you need to go to ask for a document. How do you do it? Because you did not enter into their territory as a refugee or maybe as a with a working permit. So how do you want to use that document to work? So the risk is you will be deported. So those people who do fly from a different continent to Europe without any maybe working permit, the risk is high. While those who do move from maybe their continent to pass through the sea, the desert, or maybe other way to enter here, it is very hard for them to deport them. Very, 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 because somebody who maybe you who fly from Africa or maybe from different continent to this Europe here, you came here with a passport. So definitely if you are not from that country, the country will not issue that passport to you. That is how it was. But those who do pass through desert by sea, by land, or desert is also land, but through maybe other ways, because there's other ways too we use. Some people used to pass to get into this place. That is why I used to put land to it. So you don't travel with a passport. You don't have any document. You just left your country before because you were a refugee. So you did not prepare yourself. There was nothing like a preparation before you left your country. So you just came. You are coming to South Africa from zero. You don't know anyone. You don't have anything. While those who do fly, maybe by air to come here, they declare either they are coming to visit, they are coming to work, or they are coming for studies. So you have a mission. The reason why you are coming, you know where you are coming, and you know what you are coming to do. So those one failure to follow the rules of the visa they give to you, you will be deported. It is easy to deport. That is why you may see people who do fly from maybe from different continents to this, even at the airport, they will just arrest them and they will deport them. But those who passes through the sea or maybe by land, no, they will never be deported. That is the reason. Because if someone passes through the desert and come maybe arrive here and just come and say maybe I'm from Ghana, I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Senegal, I'm from Gambia. How do you declare? How do you verify this thing that this person is really from Ghana or maybe from Gambia or Senegal? How do you do it? It becomes so difficult for you to how do you call them, to justify it, or maybe to say yes, this is true, this guy is from Ghana, or maybe the language itself. If I speak maybe English or Tree, or maybe if I speak Igbo language or Yoruba or even Benin, it doesn't make me a Nigerian. I can even learn to know how to speak Italian while I'm not yet Italian. So they cannot base on the language there to deport me, or maybe to deport the person who just arrived here. So it becomes so difficult. But there is other way. Maybe you will see somebody pass through the desert, maybe to come here, or maybe through the sea, and he was deported. Why? Because he chose to move to different country. Like maybe you did not get the document here. You asked for the resident permit, but the case you give to them was not something valid. It's not something valid that they can base on this to give you a permit. So what do? They will reject your case and they will still give you the opportunity to appeal. Most of our people, when we appeal, we just leave the appeal here and move to different country. Since it is border free, we can move freely. So some people used to move, maybe you move to Holland, you move to Germany, France, or any other country. And when they do go to seek for another asylum, in Europe, this is how it works. If you seek an asylum in one country, you need to stay there to fight for the document until you get it. You cannot seek asylum in it in Germany and they say, now come and seek asylum in, how do you call it, in Italy. It doesn't work like that. And they have one system. So they, no matter how is it, your name will show or your details will show out. With this, most of our people, when we do get there, what do we do? What do we say? We do say, we are not, we have not been asked for anything like a permit of sale. We didn't go to commission, nothing like that. It's just like we just arrived newly. When they fingerprint you and they couldn't find out your this thing on the European this database, that means you newly arrive, because we have other ways of doing this thing to temporary to block that kind of this thing which we cannot explain here, that kind of thumbprints and something like this. So when you just arrive here, when you get there, they will fingerprint you again and they will ask you to go to commission. If you go to the commission and you fail, that one they will deport you. You know why? But if maybe they do the fingerprint and they found out maybe you were in Italy before, maybe you were in Spain before, you were in France before, and maybe in France for you were a refugee, they can never, you declare as a refugee, although you don't have document, they can never deport you. They can never deport you to your country. They don't deport you. If they can, they don't deport you. They will bring you back to where you were before. Maybe if you were in Italy, they will return you back to Italy. If you were in maybe in Switzerland, they will return you back to Switzerland. If you were in France or Spain, they will return you back. That is how it is. So you still be in Europe here. So this is the advantage of those who do passes through the sea to come here. It becomes so difficult to deport. But if you pass through some illegal way to eliminate your fingerprint for that is will be temporary. It cannot be permanent. It will be temporary. Maybe for some days, then you move to one country to seek of an asylum, and then maybe they found out that your request cannot guarantee you a permit of stay. The risk is high. You will be deported, and it is through you who caused it. But if you stay in the country where you ask for the permission, like Italy, for example, if you stay here and you ask for the permission and they reject you, they themselves, they will tell it is part of their document, the rejection. Even it has a lot. Some people do get the document easy and they will lose it later because they did not suffer to get it. But if you pass through that process, that is why they do say it is part of their document. If you pass through that process, appeal, some kind of education before you value it more. And you love to maintain it because you know how you suffer before you get it. Some people do get their document late. Right now, maybe they have something like we have one document which we call Kata. That is, it don't have any expiring date. Maybe every 5 years you just go and then update it because of your picture. That is how is it. So there are some people who do get their own from the maybe the first months they just arrive, maybe like 1-2 months they already had it. They lose it later because they did not see the pains and they did not suffer for it. They did not even pay a coin for it before having it. So that is how it was. So those who this is the difference between those who do fly. So those who do pass through desert to come to Europe, they are more advantageous. They have a lot of advantages. A lot of advantages. That is that someone will even be like sorry to say, a junker, a drunkard. He will be disturbing the community anyhow, but he will not be deported. This is the reason. But if you fly to this country, even maybe with a working permit of stay, and by mistake you did something, you will be deported. You will be deported because for you, they have everything of you, where you are from, your part, everything from the one you just arrive here. They know everything about it, and they know the reason why you came here. You came here for a work, and that is why some refugees too, if they give you something like United Nations this which is 5 years document, something like that, if they give that one to you, sometimes it doesn't give you a permission to work because you came as a refugee. You've been guaranteed as a refugee, so you'll be given a place to stay, what to eat, and you are not allowed to work. That is how it works too. So sometimes too, that is maybe some hard part of that one too. You already have the document, you have it or clear. But the thing is, after 5 years, you can be a European citizen. You are not allowed to work because they give you that 5 years document. But after that 5 years, you are a European. You can ask for European citizen and you have it. And that one you can do anything you want. That is how. So the advantage of maybe traveling through the sea by land is very high than those who do fly. But the risk in it is high. Those who do pass through the desert is high, and I will not endorse it, or I will not even encourage anyone to pass through desert or by sea because it's very dangerous. A lot of people used to die. Some people die, even their parents don't know where they are or what happened to them. So I will never encourage you. But I just say, let me share this thing with you because most of our people over there, they don't understand, they don't know the difference between flying and passing through the desert. The difference is just simple. Those who pass through the desert or by sea, sometimes they are more advantageous when they do arrive here because it becomes so hard for them to deport them. If they ask for document for permission, the resident permit, and they reject them, they still have the right to stay here. They will not be deported. But those who fly to the European continent, if you fly and maybe your request is rejected, you can be deported. Or even if you come with different visa but trying to do another thing with the visa, it is easy for them to deport you. You will be deported so easily. So that is the difference. Once again, I remind you, please, if this is the first time you are watching our videos, not to forget to follow our page, share, like, and comment. At the same time, too, we are on YouTube too, so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Bandahini TV, and also on TikTok, Bandahini TV. Thank you for watching.